G'day, in this we are looking at finding the midpoint of a line segment. So with this is where we have 2 points where a line starts and stops, and we're finding exactly in the middle of this line. So you'll see here, I've already written up a bit of a formula here that you should have already looked at hopefully on how to find it out. So the midpoint is equal to x1 plus x2, so it's just both the x values divided by 2, and then comma, so the y position is both the y values, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. Another way this can be said is it's just the average of x and the y values, okay? So we'll get into the question here and we'll start off with A, okay? I like labeling all my points here. So first we've got x1 and y1. This here is just our first points that we've got, which is 0 and 2. Then we have x2 and y2, which are our second points here. Ooh, hopefully I'll get this done, which is equal to 4 and 5. So now we've labelled everything. It's just about filling in the gaps and rearranging it, or not even rearranging, filling in the gaps to get our answer. Okay, so we've got midpoint is then equal to x1 plus x2, which is 0 plus 4 over 2. Then comma to find the y1. So our y values are 2 plus 5 over 2. So this becomes 4 over 2 and 7 over 2. And just simplify it down if you can. So here we've got 4 over 2, that's 2. And then 7 over 2, this is 3.5. So you can write it as 3.5 or 3.5. Okay, it's a bit better not to leave it as a mixed, an improper fraction, and leave it as a mixed number. It's probably preferred. So that's how you work out this one, and we'll just go through and work out how it is worked out with negative numbers in B. Okay, so I'll go through B here. Yet again, it's really good to label everything because it is easily just to mess up a number or confuse a number as x1 when it's actually y1 and that kind of stuff. It's a very common mistake. So we'll go now x1 and y1, that's negative 4 and 1. And then our x2, y2, this is 2 and negative 4. Just remember your x2 value, so you just look left to right. So whatever's furthest on the left, that'll be your x1 value. It won't really matter in the end, but just make sure that you do that way just so you don't get confused. So with this, we just need to substitute into our equation. So our midpoint, x1 plus x2, x1's negative 4, x2 is 2, and then we've got our y1, which is 1, and it's plus negative 4 over 2. Okay, so negative 4 plus 2, so that's negative 2 over 2. Make sure you do your addition and subtraction right of negative numbers. And then we've got 1 plus negative 4. When you're plussing a negative, it makes a minus, so 1 minus 4 is negative 3 over 2. Let's simplify this down a little bit. So negative 2 divided by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, so this is going to be negative 1. And then we've got negative 3 over 2. This will be, negative 1 and a half. So you can write it as 1.5 or 1 over 2, either way. So just make sure that you are aware of those negative numbers. The most common mistake here is people just putting in the wrong values in the wrong spots, okay? So just make sure you label it at the start, okay, all your different points so you don't make that mistake. And then as long as you have your equation there, you should be all good. So hopefully this helps, and good luck.